off SummerSlam. Liv Morgan completes her revenge tour. She did it, guys. Probably some of her best work in WWE. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what do you guys make of this? As
Called
Liv
it.
Morgan retained
Called
against Rhea Ripley, and the introduction of the body cam, which we found out during this match and stuff like that. And Dominic Mysterio betraying his mommy to become a daddy.
How do you become a bigger a heel becomes a bigger heel? That's crazy. He's got to be the greatest heel.
Yeah. It was all about the swerve, bro. That's all it was. Like we all kind of saw it coming in a sense. I mean, the way that it came off on the PLE, when Dom gets involved with the referee, and then Liv gets the 3 count, and then they kind of cut to Dom's face for like a couple of seconds, where he kind of had that snide look on his face of like just screwing her, but like you didn't really know for sure until he helps Liv up, and then you're like, okay, we got it, and it's just like you said, now he's the heel in the company, and it's funny because I thought they were gonna do an in-ring segment on Raw with him and Liv. And I'm assuming they probably didn't do that because then Dom wouldn't have been able to talk. They literally
they would have booed him,
pound the shit out of him. So he wouldn't have been able to make a statement. But as far as the match itself goes, it was a very, very good match. It's always tough with someone the size of Rhea Ripley and then Liv Morgan to kind of give off the believability that Liv could actually have a chance, but they definitely did that in this match. It definitely was very, very competitive. Another example of the match was great, but obviously the storytelling and everything else that was a part of it was even better. Liv pretty much did what she said she was going to do, win the title, take Dom, and literally we call it a downgrade, but downgraded the Judgment Day. So in a way she wins, but this feud isn't over. This is probably going bad blood Hell in a Cell too.
Yeah. Liv. And I give Liv her props too. Like in ring wise, she looked great. Sold everything.
I've said this.
But I think this also is a contribution of the character work as well. Whereas before, we never knew where Liv was going. It was just like she's playing the underdog and this. It was just like
she was hardcore for a minute.
Yeah, it's like she was still trying to find who her character is, and like now, like this whole storyline gave her like real purpose and everything, and it was just a great story in general. And like basically the whole Dom thing was like the best way to bring Rhea down. Like that's the best way that you were gonna like screw her and demolish her internally, emotionally, and all this stuff. So it's just a great story that we haven't seen in a long time, at least something of this magnitude, where like the guy is screwing over the female like this, I feel like we haven't seen something like that in a long time.
Eddie Guerrero.
And look how long it's been since something like that's happened. Literally the 90s.
That comes close is Christian and Trish and Chris Jericho. That whole angle at WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
I think that was 20.
20. Yeah.
So it was definitely a great story. I also really questioned if Rhea actually popped out her shoulder in that match, or if that was just an angle. Because if she really did pop her shoulder back in, she's legit badass.
Maybe that's something that she can do, like Alexa Bliss.
That's the whole like twisting the arm, like it's broken type thing.
Because me and Dan were talking about it on the chat. We were on a chat, and we were like, "Nah, I don't know. That shit looks kind of."
I feel like she did it twice, because didn't she bump into the announcer's table and then she did it into the turnbuckle too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
she was all right. It came out on Raw, guns blazing.
And anybody that has a dislocated shoulder would know that's you got to have a hard surface in order for you to pop that back in. It's not gonna work just like that. It's not a movie. That's when I knew it was. That's when I knew it was fake. When I saw when I saw her going to the announcers
Turnbuckle.
table. No, to the announcers table first, because I was like, nah. The way she went into it, I was like, that's not how you pop your shoulder back in. I was like, if she would have done it on the ring post, like on the ring post itself, it would have been more believable. But on the announcers table, that's when I was like, nah,
Who did that?
it's
Rambo? Was
fake.
that Rambo that did it in First Blood or something like that?
Yeah, he pops it right back in. Yeah, on a tree. I think he hits the tree. Boom. That's how you do it. I'm telling you, it's not. It sucks, man. Like dislocating your shoulder, you feel you know. And the thing about it is, once you put it back in, you still feel the pain, of course, but the adrenaline takes over. So that's obviously. But that's what the story that we're trying to go with that. I liked the match. I thought it was okay. I thought it was good, great storytelling. I think the storytelling is what made the match more interesting. The Dom perspective. I'm honestly I'm a huge Dom fan now. I love Dom. Dominic Mysterio. I'm gonna be the only person cheering for him whenever I go see him live. I'll probably
I know
everybody's
this man
booing
was
him.
too.
I was
I'm gonna
cheering
be
for
cheering
Dominic
him.
Mysterio
I'm gonna be right
against
there cheering for
20,000
him.
fans in the Garden.
He is awesome. Yeah, I think he's doing great. I want him. It was an interesting take. I was reading a comment on YouTube, and I feel like they should do that. I think they need to lay into a little bit more into the ground of Eddie, which I feel that's cool. That would be cool. Not a total ripoff, but like take some element of Eddie and make him do like a lie, cheat, and steal type of thing, like like cheat to win, and like something to honor Eddie, or just give him a little nudge, and I think that'll push him over the top. If he takes I don't know if you guys remember. Well, I definitely remember that when Eddie used to win matches by this was
Of
before he
course.
died. He used to win matches before like just throw somebody the chair, and then Kennedy comes to mind. He threw Kennedy the chair, and then he lied down, and then he would win the match that way, like something like that, like just to get Dom over. And
I wouldn't
I
want them
think
to keep playing on Eddie. I mean, I like what they're doing now with him being kind of just like a sleazeball. But I
I
feel like his character development is just happening because he's still as young as well. So,
yeah. Oh,
you
he's
know,
super young. He's 21, right? I thought he's like 21, 22.
yeah, he's young as hell.
He's
So,
young. He's super young.
but in retrospect, I thought the match was pretty good. I thought it was clear cut. I think like this is most of. I think this is the best Liv Morgan protection, and I'm back. All right, with Liv Morgan, I think this is some of her best work, and I feel like this is the perfect role for her. It took a while; she was in tag team after tag team after tag team, and
I
then they
agree.
tried to make her hardcore, going through tables. That didn't work. So I feel like she's really found her role as a damsel in distress and kind of a manipulator, kind of like AJ Lee was at that
Yeah,
point in time when she was there. So
that's what it
um,
reminded me of, AJ Lee.
yeah, so playing on that, I feel like that's the perfect role for her, and we need that in wrestling. So kudos to Liv Morgan and Dominic. I feel like Dominic is having a time of his life right now. He's been in so many things. You think about him wrestling his pops at WrestleMania, tag teaming with Edge and Ray and stuff like that, becoming tag team champions. He's been around for a while now. And last year when he was the workhorse, wrestling every damn show in a week, multiple times. But you
Yeah,
just think of his growth, you think of Liv Morgan's growth, and Rhea Ripley needed something to change up, right? Because
yeah.
unfortunately, Raquel Rodriguez is on the shelf for a while. Hopefully, she comes back soon. Hopefully she comes back. But I feel like this is a natural progression of this storyline, and now Damian Priest looks like he's in it with Rhea Ripley. So we'll see what happens with that, man. But I think this match was it did what it needed to do to continue this feud, welcome Rhea Ripley back into the ring. So we'll see what happens with that. Let's get into Cleveland's own Logan Paul.